What's up, interpreters? I am Paul Caputo, Executive Director for NAI.
Hey, what's up, interpreters? I'm Song. I'm your events and conferences manager.
What's up, interpreters? This is Heather. I'm your corporate engagement and partnerships manager with NAI.
It is
Woohoo!
officially the holiday season. New Year's is right around the corner.
But wait a minute, is it New Year's or New Year's Eve? It's like the new year is right around the corner. I guess New Year's Eve is also right around the corner. But is New Year's around the corner, Paul?
I think this is just a speech pattern situation, right? Like I've always just called it New Year's. Like this time of year is New Year's. And that's how
Right.
come you make your New Year's resolutions. Do you guys have New Year's resolutions?
No.
No,
Okay.
I don't like to set myself up for failure, Paul.
The flip side of that is maybe all year long is time for self-improvement. This obviously, we're doing a kind of low-key episode here. Normally we have guests from the world of interpretation and they come in and they tell us about the amazing work that they're doing. And, you know, most of the podcasts that I listen to, and I listen to a lot of podcasts, they do an episode like this where they just sort of come in and just sort of have a relaxed, shorter episode, recap the year a little bit, and then look forward to next year. So there's a lot that we could talk about with NAI, but let's talk about the podcast. Song, if you would, paint us a picture of the first ever podcast recording that you and I did with our guest, Parker McMullen Bushman, NAI president.
Well, I would definitely say it was colored with lots of spray paint and maybe a little graffiti and bright colors. We were in Costa Rica. That was awesome on the International Conference 2023 with Parker. And yeah, what a great time that was. That was a really fun time of year. We love going to the International Conference, had a great group of people attending, and oh my gosh, I don't know, my brain was full. My heart was full too. It was really awesome.
It was great. It was the first ever international unconference, and certainly part of NAI for years to come here. We went around, we visited interpretive sites, we participated in workshops, we participated in tours, we participated in Q&As with the interpreters themselves. And then at the end, overlooking the Monteverde cloud forest, you, Parker, and I got to sit down and record the first ever episode of What's Up Interpreters, this here podcast. And then Heather, your very first podcast with NAI was episode 3, and you got to speak with a couple of folks from the Young Professionals Council, and the Young Professionals Council has been super important for the work that NAI is doing. Can you paint us that picture of the work that the Young Professionals Council is doing and your opportunity to sit down with Katie and Grace and talk to them in episode 3?
Absolutely. Well, for one, the Young Professionals Council was a directive, I believe, from the board of directors a few years ago, right, from the NAI board of directors. And it ended up doing exactly what they wanted to do. I mean, it brought in these folks between the ages of 18 and 35. It kind of took the bull by the horns and have been really promoting what it looks like to be a young professional in interpretation in NAI. And again, they've brought kind of a new energy to NAI year round, but also to the national conference, which is really what we saw this year. So many young folks at the conference this year, and it was obvious, it was exciting. It brings fun new energy, good ideas. I'm really happy to be part of it. I am not in that age range. So hopefully at some point I will hand off the reins to Emily McCowan to be the staff liaison, because she is in that between 18 and 35 range.
I like how, just looking back on the episodes of this podcast, is sort of a time capsule of what NAI has been going to. The second episode that we did was with Lucian Meadows, who is the new editor of Legacy Magazine. And Legacy Magazine looks entirely different from how it looked a year ago. A year ago, I was the editor. Now Lucian is the editor. A year ago, it was printed and mailed to you, and now it is available around the world instantaneously with videos and interactive content. through this beautiful interactive online format. And so the way that you receive and consume Legacy Magazine is entirely different and is looking forward as we are trying to do with the organization at large. And Lucian, what a guy Lucian is. He has been just so amazing in the voice that he's bringing to the magazine. And in fact, one of his great initiatives is having guest editors for special issues of the magazine. And we have a double issue coming up on Women in Interpretation with Christina Sid as the editor. And she was the guest on our last episode, our most recent episode of the podcast.
Song and I did that one, right, with Christina.
Yep.
And I just also want to say something about the platform that we have Legacy and now makes it way more accessible for a lot more people, which is very important and one of our missions.
Yep.
Not only in reach, but in how it's consumed, because
That's
you can use
correct.
a reader for it if you have low vision, and if you are on the other side of the planet, you just log into the member area of the website and access it. Songs. What are your plans for the upcoming holiday season? You personally, not UNAI, but you personally, what are you going to do?
I'm going to be in Florida. Yay.
You are also
Sun,
heading east.
sun, more sun, some beach, more sun.
And since I know this, Paul, you might not, but since we're talking personally, can you tell us a little bit about your New Year's Eve song? Because I'm already picturing it. I'm not going to be there. I'm not going to be with you. I've asked for pictures before it's even happened.
Should I just FaceTime both of you? Maybe I should just FaceTime both of you. So we're going to a kind of like a country club, and the fancy party is James Bond themed. So
Nice.
I'm going to have lots of martinis. Hopefully don't trip and fall in my dress and high heel shoes. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm feeling very Casino Royale.
Wow. Well, my New Year's Eve will be equally fancy. I will be at the New Jersey Shore playing board games and dominoes with my children, and probably having a glass of champagne right at midnight. And then we go up on the roof and bang pots and pans. So, you know,
we also bang pots and pans.
That's 20 years of tradition for us right there down there.
Oh
at
my gosh,
brother's
that's
shore house.
about 52 years. Well, I couldn't bang pots and pans when I was a little baby, but
No.
since I could, we have always banged pots and pans. Where did that come from?
Now, Heather, you are wearing a Lewis, Delaware sweatshirt right now,
Yes.
but are you going back east? Are you also going to be traveling from the Mountain Time Zone to the East Coast for New Year's?
I am not. I don't really travel right around the holidays anymore. I mean, with climate change, it might be getting a little easier, not as many snowstorms, but I don't really travel too much around the holidays anymore. And then my mother is turning 80 in February, so I'll be going back in February to spend a
very
bit of
nice.
time with her. But I, on New Year's Eve, usually wake up around midnight and have a sip of champagne and then go back to sleep.
Well, what I learned when I moved from the East Coast to the Mountain Time Zone is that the tradition on New Year's Eve in the Mountain Time Zone is to watch the ball drop in New York at 10 o'clock and then go to bed. So it's
I've done that multiple times. In bed by 10:02.
When I was a child in Lewis, Delaware, we also shot off, there was a cannon that got shot off. We also dropped a ball on 2nd Street in Lewis, Delaware. But then there was a cannon that stopped after.
No more cannons.
People, yeah.
All right. So bringing this back to NAI and interpretation, you know, January 1st, it's a brand new year. We've got a lot going on. Big changes coming to the certification program. It'll be the first full year of Legacy in its new format. We've got stuff going on with conferences and events. Song, what's the new year going to bring to NAI and interpreters from a conferences and events standpoint in your world there?
Oh boy. Well, we are gearing up for the online international conference, and I can't give too much information because, you know, we don't want to do spoiler alerts, but stay tuned. Should be sometime February, early March, online only. So that will be a fun experience. It's international, so
I think we can say
span lots of different time zones.
We could probably say that you will get to experience interpretation on multiple continents.
Yes, that is true. That is
Absolutely.
true. So lots of
Absolutely.
different time zones, like I said, happening, but we're really excited for that. And then our 2024 conference in St. Augustine, the planning committee is just, we're going at it full force. We're really excited for St. Augustine because, well, one, we were supposed to go there in 2020. And
Yeah.
then a little tiny thing called the pandemic happened
Son of a.
and went online. Fun fact, we've got one of the OG committee members, Amanda Thompson, who is our overall chair.
And
She's
awesome.
back. Oh, she is one of my favorite persons of all time. But the rest of the committee members, it has been so fun getting to know them, and we are just an amazing team. So we're really, really excited. And I think we have a planning visit in the spring, and then yes, registration will open on July 1st. So woo woo.
Can I just say what I love about our conferences, our national conferences, well, and regional conferences too, but I learned so much about the history and culture of these places, and that a lot of times goes so much deeper than I thought. Like, I mean, I've been to St. Augustine, so I know a little bit about it. But these conferences just bring so much education and information my way that I look forward to them every year.
As in my new role this year with NAI, I actually got to go to sessions in a way that I never used to get to go to sessions. I've been going to these conferences for 20 years, but in previous years, it's been hard to actually get to the sessions because you've had so many like sort of behind the scenes responsibilities. So there's a lot of amazing content at these conferences. It was
Who knew?
we'd be remiss to try to do a year-end recap without talking about the amazing conference that we just had in Little Rock, Arkansas, highlighted, headlined absolutely by Minnie Jean Brown Trickey, who was one of the Little Rock Nine, who integrated Central High School in Little Rock. And of course, her daughter, who is a longtime interpreter and has been a member of NAI and was, in fact, at several of our international and national conferences. Spirit Tawfiq, who was the closing keynote. Just an incredibly moving and valuable experience. I mean, people were literally brought to tears by these keynote speakers. And
Yeah.
it was just incredible. It was an incredible, incredible conference. And I'm so looking forward to more of that as we move forward into 2024. I really love how we have centered justice, equity, diversity, accessibility, and inclusion in everything that we're doing. It really is shining through in all of our efforts, not just on staff and on the board, but within our membership as well. So I'm really proud of this organization in that regard. Heather, I know that you have some things going on in 2024. There's probably I know that you do so much more than Interp Talk, but you have really taken our Interp Talk weekly conversations to new levels. We've been partnering with other organizations and inviting them in to sort of cross-pollinate between our interpreters and other folks. Are there big things that you have in store in 2024, or specific to Interp Talk, or maybe any of the other many aspects of the organization you're involved in?
I mean, yes, well, you all know I love my job because of the partnerships I get to help foster, and I love working for our members because they do so much cool stuff. Thank you for bringing up Interp Talk, because I will say that it's going to be a different schedule this year.
Mm.
It's going to be on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Oh,
Tuesdays at 11, Thursdays at 1. We'll do 2 a month this year to start. So keep an eye out for that. And I usually send reminders to everybody who has signed up for Interp Talk. And if you haven't signed up, you can go into your NAI account and sign up that way. So I have that. I'm already actually looking forward to the expo at our national conference because I love this part of the conference. I always end up bringing in new vendors, learning about new products and services that are in the interpretation field, which is always exciting. So I have that going on. All of the digital stuff is kind of fun that we're doing, honestly, because as I work very closely with our vendors, as you both know, our commercial members, and it just gives the new legacy platform lends itself to so many opportunities for our vendors to get exposure. So I'm kind of working with Emily McCowan, our branding specialist, on that. looking forward to the new year and to all the things that are coming. I also agree with you, Paul, that I love what we've done with JEDI, Justice, Equity, Diversity, Accessibility, Inclusion, and seeing how that's coming to fruition. We see it in our membership, we see it in our conferences. Speaking of conferences, just want to give a shout out for regional or community conferences that'll be coming up in the spring and early winter and spring, and some maybe early summer, but keep an eye out in your community for those too, because they're pretty awesome.
It is workshop season. That is for sure for the regions
Yes.
and the sections. For me, for 2024, I'm so looking forward to the work that we're doing to stay relevant, be relevant as an organization. Like we've already said, focusing on JEDI, but also getting younger. The Young Professionals Council has been huge for that, and focusing on technology. I think that'll be a big focus in 2024. We're developing a new strategic plan that'll be out in 2024. There's, our certification now, our professional development and education program is going to be releasing not just new courses, but new kinds of courses, asynchronous online courses, structural changes to the program at large. So there are big things afoot for NAI. It's so exciting. It's such a great time. We'll go out on this. What is one holiday gift you would each like to receive or know that you're going to receive from someone in your life? I'll start. I'm going to start. I am going to get to see my Philadelphia Phillies play a baseball game in London, England.
Are you really going, Paul?
I really am. Tickets are already purchased.
You're kidding me. Oh my
Mhm.
gosh. Okay, that's super cool. I'm getting a vacuum, so I'm really happy about that, but it's not quite going to London, but I mean, the house will be clean, so that's cool.
Is it a rider vacuum? I would love to like they have rider mowers. I would love to have like a rider
I don't know
vacuum.
why they don't make rider vacuums. It would make vacuuming way more fun.
Well, especially if you could I just saw a video of a dog riding a mower. If you could put your cat on the vacuum to have
Well,
the
I
cat
think that's
zip
what
around
the
vacuum.
Roomba things, right? You do see the cats on the Roomba, so I guess
Oh,
that
they
kind
do.
of
Oh, yeah.
qualifies.
Okay. I
But
didn't.
I want to physically be able to ride on vacuum.
I think my cat Yodel might actually like that. She'd probably like the vibrations and
She'd
that might
love
be
it or
okay.
hate it.
Heather, how about you?
I mean, besides world peace, I would, and that's not a joke.
No.
I would I just saw, and I'm not a big consumer of things. I really love giving. Receiving is sometimes a little uncomfortable for me, but I love these Solo stoves. I don't know if you all have seen them.
I hear them
But
advertised on podcasts all the time. Why is Solo Stove not advertising on this podcast?
I don't know, but so Solo Stove, so they have the backyard fire pits. But I also just saw them come out with a little pizza oven.
Oh.
I love making pizza. I want an outdoor pizza oven at some point, like a big pizza oven.
Yeah.
But they make these little pizza ovens. And
I mean, if Solo Stove can advertise on Conan O'Brien's podcast, I feel like they could advertise on What's Up Interpreters.
I think, Heather, you just found a new company to go solicit for sponsorship.
Maybe.
This podcast brought to you by.
Did you know that our visual branding specialist, Emily McCowan, put What's Up Interpreters t-shirts on the NAI Redbubble store? They're very cool looking. If you like the awesome logo that Emily created for this podcast, you should go check out the store on NAI's website and check out the What's Up Interpreters t-shirts.
I just found my new favorite Christmas present. I'm going to go buy that for myself right now.
A What's Up Interpreters t-shirt?
Yeah.
I had no idea too.
They're so comfortable. I'm wearing my NAI 2023 Building Bridges Conference lightweight hoodie right now. It is such a comfortable sweatshirt. I gotta say. So
yeah, they're really comfy.
Heather Song, this project, this podcast project has been so much fun. We've gotten to speak with so many cool people, and sharing hosting duties with both of you has been a ton of fun. And thank you so much for all that you do for NAI and all that we are going to get to continue doing together. Thank you for all that you do. And interpreters, that's what's up. Easily the best one yet. By far the best one yet.
By far.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.